Welcome one and all. I'm in the conservatory today, not the garage, or the back cave as I like to refer to it, because it's about -2 out there at the moment. It's absolutely freezing. For some reason that garage seems to lock in the cold, so thought I'd do a video inside this morning. And what I wanted to talk about was helmets. This is my Schuberth helmet. Wanted to talk to you about an incident that happened to me about a year ago where I came off the bike and wasn't actually my bike. It was a hire bike that I'd been given. It was a small little TC Max, didn't have terribly good tyres on it, and when I came to a slow corner, very tight right hand bend just outside Leatherhead on a country road, there was water flowing across the road and it turned into ice halfway across the road. And I went to brake and the bike just slipped from underneath me. I came down, scratched my right shoulder, or the clothing I should say. Didn't really damage it particularly, and banged the helmet. Not hard, but hard enough as it'll turn out. And one of the things people always talk about is when you've had an accident, should you replace your helmet or should you hold on to it? And the answer is, well, if you think it's okay, hold on to it. If you don't think it's okay, replace it. Well, I'm going to show you something now that you may find a little bit alarming, or you may just shrug your shoulder and say, it's nothing. But what had happened was that with my old helmet, it had a little bit of a scrape on the chin bar. And I didn't think an awful lot about it. But then I decided what I was going to do was, having replaced it, excuse me, having replaced it, I thought I might spray the helmet in the same colour as the bike, and refurbish it because it had got a scrape on the chin bar. But we'll come on to that in a minute. So I started taking apart the helmet, took the chin bar off, had to work out how all the mechanisms work. Wasn't really a problem. I was quite surprised just how much filth had built up on the inside of the leading part of the chin guard, and it makes you wonder what you're breathing in when you're riding around London, but that's another matter. Took the whole helmet apart, and it was quite interesting how all the mechanisms work. So it wasn't until I took off this piece of trim that I found this crack in the corner of the visor aperture, and on further examination I found that there were other hairline cracks in the helmet, which I found quite alarming as well. And I'd missed these completely and been riding the bike for quite some time. And it wasn't until I played this video back that I found yet another crack in the helmet. Now, I've worked with composites over the years with sports cars and sports car companies as well that I've been a director of. And one of the things you need to understand is that composites are very, very good materials for absorbing impact. However, once they shear, they just shear. It's not like a piece of metal that will bend and deform. They absorb impact and then spring back, but once they've ripped, they have ripped, and they will continue to rip. And leaving a helmet like this that has got a crack in it, further damage to it will just rip the thing apart. So I was really quite alarmed when I found this, and obviously felt, well, there's no way this helmet is salvageable, nor should it be, so bought myself a new helmet. And you can guess, yep, I just bought another Schuberth. So my advice is not, should you replace it? Well, yes, of course, replace it. It is, take a very careful look at the helmet if you're considering keeping it. Take the thing apart. If you can't take it apart and you don't know what you're doing, replace the helmet. If you think it's got any significant or even sort of minor damage to it, you just don't know. It's not just the exterior of the helmet, it's also the interior superformed padding that you get inside, made out of sort of polystyrene that has different layers in it, that once it's compressed, it will stay compressed, it won't spring back, and therefore doesn't offer the same amount of protection. So from that point of view, all I'm saying to you is just be careful with your helmet, look after it, and it'll look after you. If you don't look after it, you never know when it's going to let you down. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there, guys, because it's a bloody mad world.